Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Aya and today I'm going to show you how to crochet this super cozy, stylish and absolute beginner friendly headband. And for this project, you will need some medium weight yarn in your favorite color. I'm using this beautiful khaki shade today, and of course hook, and I have chosen a 2mm hook. For your own headband, I would recommend using a hook starting from 2mm and up. To begin, we are going to make a slip knot. Don't worry if you have never done this before, just follow my lead. First, take your yarn and wrap it around 2 fingers, like this. So on this side, you should see cross, and other side 2 parallel lines. We'll work with you with this cross here. Now take your hook and slide it under the first loop. Grab the second one and pull it through the center. Tighten it, and that's all. This is our slip knot. Now as you can see, the loop is a bit too loose, so let's tighten it up. Just pull the working yarn until the knot sits snugly on your hook. Perfect. Now we are ready for the foundation chain. First, we need to do straps and do our chains. To create your first chain, take your hook, yarn over, and pull through this loop, like this. This is your first chain. One more time, yarn over, pull it through. This is your second chain. Again, yarn over, pull, yarn over, pull, and yarn over, pull it through. Exactly like this, you need to continue until you have 40 chains. So here are my chains. I have finished all 40, and when measured, it's exactly 18 centimeters long. Keep in mind that you can make yours longer or shorter to fit your head size. Just make sure it's comfortable for you. Now let's start working on rows. We need to create a triangle shape at the beginning. To make it look neat, first let's tighten it up and make sure the chain is nice and straight. And I will place my finger on the last chain and chain 2 more. We will work with the chain where we kept our finger and place double crochet. To do double crochet, yarn over, insert your hook into that chain, yarn over, pull it through. There are 3 loops on your hook, so yarn over, pull through your yarn into the first 2 loops, like that, and there are 2 loops on your hook now, so we need to yarn over and pull again. And this is your first double crochet. Now we are going to make a second double crochet into the same chain. So yarn over, insert your hook into the same chain, yarn over again, and pull it through. Again, there should be 3 loops on your hook. We will yarn over again, pull through the first 2 loops, yarn over, and pull the remaining 2 loops. This is our second double crochet. Okay, finally, let's make our third and last double crochet into the same chain here, and yarn over, insert into the same chain again, yarn over, and pull. yarn over, pull through 2, then yarn over and pull through the last 2. And that's it. We have completed our first row, and you can already see that triangle shape starting to form. Now chain 2, 1, 2, and turn your work like this. Look at the top of your stitches. You can see 3 V shapes here, 1, 2, 3, and our turning chain. We are going to work under these V's into the small spaces beneath them. We'll be doing increases in this row, and in the first space we'll make 2 double crochet. Let's get started. So the pattern is the same. First, yarn over, insert your hook into the first little space under your first V, yarn over, pull. Again, there are 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops. Now there are 2 loops again on your hook, yarn over and pull it again. Now into the exact same space, we'll make your second double crochet. So again, yarn over, insert your hook into the same space again, yarn over, pull it through, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull last 2, and that's all. Moving on to your second V here. Under the stitch, there's another space. Here we'll make just 1 double crochet. Yarn over, insert your hook into that space, yarn again. There are 3 loops, yarn, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through these 2 loops. Finally, let's work into the last V here, and there's another space under the V, and here we are going to make 2 more double crochets. So first, yarn over, insert your hook into that space under the V, yarn over and pull it through. There are 3 loops again, yarn over, pull through 2 loops first, yarn over, pull last 2, and another double crochet, yarn over, insert and pull, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 2 loops. To start the next row, we will chain 2 again and rotate your work. For the next row, we will continue working into those V shapes we discussed earlier, and we are going to work our double crochets into the spaces right beneath them. So in first V, we'll make 2 double crochets again. So first, again, yarn over, insert it under the V into the space, yarn over again, and pull it through, yarn over, pull through 2 first, and yarn over, pull again. Now we are going to make our second double crochet into the space and make triangle. So one more time, let's yarn over, insert your hook into that space again, yarn over, pull it through, yarn over, pull first 2, and yarn over, pull remaining 2. Now you will see 2 V's in the middle here. For each of these, we're only going to do 1 double crochet per space, just 1 here and 1 in the next one. Finally, we've reached the last V here, and under this stitch, we will do 2 double crochets again. So let's do it together. Yarn your hook, insert it under that space, yarn over again, and pull, yarn over, pull it through 2, and yarn over, pull the last 2 loops. Another double crochet into the same space, yarn over, pull up a loop here, pull through 2, and pull through 2. Now let's chain 2, 1, 2, and turn your work. So we have finished our first 3 rows here, first, second, third, and now it's time to work on the length of the headband. From this point, we will stop increasing and we will keep the width the same, simply placing 1 double crochet into each space across the row. I have already chained 2 and rotated my work. Now let's just work 1 double crochet into every space until we end our row. So let's tighten, and again, yarn over, insert your hook into the first space, yarn over, pull it through, yarn over again, pull through 2 loops first, yarn over, pull through the remaining 2. Now we will go to the next V and next space and do 1 more double crochet there, yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull, yarn, pull again, yarn over, and pull. Like this. Let's just continue and work for 1 double crochet into each space. Now that we have finished the 4th row, let's chain 2 again. 1 and 2 and turn. For all the following rows, simply continue placing 1 double crochet into each space here. You will need to keep going on your own until you reach the total length of your headband. So I have finished all my rows. In total, I crocheted 38 rows, which is approximately 30 centimeters long. Keep in mind that your results might vary depending on your hook size and how tight or loose you crochet, so I recommend measuring it against your own head as you go. Make sure it's comfortable, not too tight, but snug enough to stay in place. Now we are moving on the final part, and we will be decreasing our rows to create a triangle shape. So first, let's chain 2 and turn. To start our decrease, we are going to skip our first space under the first V, and we will be doing the double crochet into the next space. So again, yarn over, insert your hook into the second space here, yarn over, pull it, yarn over, pull it through, yarn over, and pull it again. Now let's move on, and into the next space we will do 1 double crochet. As you can see, these corners start to taper, forming that triangle. Let's move on into the next space, and we will do 1 more double crochet here. And for the next space, let's do another double crochet. And for the remaining 2 spaces, we will make a final double crochet 2 together. So yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull, yarn over, pull through 2, and there are 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, and insert your hook into the next space, yarn over, pull, there are 4 loops now, yarn over, pull through 2 loops first, there are 3 loops, yarn over, and pull through 3 loops. And that's it. Now let's go to the next row. So let's chain 2 again, rotate your work. Just like before, we will continue decreasing, and instead of going into the first space, we will double crochet into the second space here. So yarn over, insert your hook, yarn again, pull through 2, yarn, and pull through 2. And for the next space, without skipping, we will do 1 more double crochet. Now again, we will do double crochet 2 together into the next spaces. So first yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through 2 first, and there are remaining 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, insert your hook into the last space under the last V, yarn over again, there are 4 loops, yarn and pull through 2 loops first, there are 3 loops, and yarn over, pull through 3 loops. Okay, now let's go to our final row, and let's chain 2 again, 1 and 2, turn your work, and the same pattern, instead of going to the first space here, we will go to the second one, yarn over, insert, pull again, yarn, pull through 2, there will be remaining 2 loops, yarn your hook, and insert your hook into the last space here. Yarn again, there will be 4 loops. Let's yarn and pull through 2 first, the remaining 3 loops, yarn again, and pull through 3. And like this, we have finished our headband. Now let's make our straps, and we will do the simple chains again. So yarn over, pull through the loop, yarn again, pull, yarn, and pull, yarn, and pull. And just continue like this and make the same number of chains you did at the very beginning. I have finished mine and made 40 chains here, and now we need to fasten off our strap. It's very simple. First, let's put our hook into the chain here. A little bit tighten and cut your yarn very short like this, and then just pull the tail and hook and tighten again. To make everything look neat, let's go to the other side, and I like to bring the two ends together like this to make sure they are the same length, and then trim the excess yarn so they match perfectly. Just cut again shortly, and that's all. Okay, now our stylish handmade headband is ready to wear. I hope this tutorial was helpful. Please like and subscribe to my channel for more crochet videos. And thank you so much for watching, and happy crocheting. See you in the next videos. Bye!